I want to talk to you today about your yeses in life. What are you saying yes to? Everything that you're doing today and tomorrow and for the week and for the month and for the life of the remainder of your life is because you've said yes to some things, right? But I quite often see, and I lived like this too for a lot of years, feeling like I didn't have a choice in everything that I was doing, right? There's so many things I was doing because I had to, or because, whatever you want to think, this is expected of me or whatever. But at the end of the day, you've said yes to that thing. If it's in your day, in your life, in your experience, you've said yes. So you need to think about what you're saying yes to so that you don't end up doing a whole heap of things in your day, week, month, life that really you should have said no to. It comes back to personal responsibility. And I think we like to have somebody else to blame or somebody else to moan about making us do that, or we had to do that or whatever, because then we don't have to take personal responsibility for our choices. Done that a time or two as well, and I can tell you at the end of the day, it's not true. Everything in your life, in your thing right now, you've said yes to. So you need to value your yes more and think of it as gold, as currency, because your energy is your currency. And if you are exhausted saying yes to all the things you should be saying no to, then the things that you want to say yes to or that are a hell yes to you, you're saying yes to those, but you aren't able to show up in your fullest energy and be able to enjoy those things as much because you've got to rush them because you've got something else that you should have said no to. But do you know what I mean? Especially coming into this time of the year, it's so important to sit down and work out what we need to say yes to, what we want to say yes to, and what we need to say no to and what we want to say no to, because those no's will allow us to say yes and enjoy the experience. I hope that this makes sense. There are so many times that we want to say the buck stops with somebody else, but at the end of the day, the buck stops with us. Until we change that, until we recognise the pattern, recognise the behaviour, recognise that we can hire and fire in our own life because we're the CEO and the main character and whatever you want to call it. At the end of the day, the buck stops with you and you can say no. You can't stop the consequences of saying no, but you can say no. So I want to encourage you to have a little think about that. We're heading, 7 weeks to Christmas, we're heading into crazy season, right, where a lot of people are going to expect yeses and a lot of the time you're going to really feel like you need to say no. Think about it. Do what's right for you. Let everything be as it may. Okay, love you.